So, I regret going viral. Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today is going to be a little different because I have to work tonight, and I just kind of felt like rambling a little bit, and I still have things to do. So, I'm going to do this while I'm cooking, cleaning my dishwasher, emptying my dishwasher. Yep, that's my brain tonight, and have a brief moment alone to rant. So, enjoy. So, why do I want to rant about the wonderful world of going viral? Well, in part because it's kind of depressing. So let me tell you why it's depressing. So I came up with a really cool idea on how to make the Cricut print and cut work a little better. Essentially, more stickers to a sheet. Now, I didn't expect it to be a, mind-blowing. Okay, maybe I did. I put the mind-blowing icon in the title. I didn't expect it to be something that some people didn't know about. I mean, honestly, my brain was like, I feel like people have probably done this before. But, researching, didn't see a video on it, so I made it. And then I turned around and made a second video on some modifications because it was successful and some people were being, well, I don't have a wide format printer. And went back to the drawing board and found an easier way to do it. Sure enough, it took off. First one's got a little over 15,000 views. The second one's not quite 4 at this point. And no, is that a viral number compared to Mr. Beast or other channels? Nope, it's not. But when I'm averaging maybe 100 to 400 views on a video, and that's over time, getting one that will do that within a month, that's a huge fold increase. That's virality for a little channel, which is, me, a little channel. I'm like a baby channel. I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers. I still haven't yet. That's going viral for me. And it was really awesome. I'm like to see, the huge change in numbers, seeing all the cool feedback, all of that really made me excited, made me want to produce more content. At least it did until it didn't. When you're a new YouTuber, you have to kind of get used to the fact that there are going to be comments that aren't so positive. There are going to be ups and downs in the algorithm, and there's going to be a point where your video just kind of will fizzle out and you'll go back to statistics that you had before. Now, they can be better. My number of views still is probably fourfold that it was before I did that video. Riding the wave was really nice until the wave is gone. Comment-wise, it wasn't too bad. I think I only had really a couple of not so positive comments on the video. But, our minds are designed to always, see the negative and miss the positive stuff. So the fact that, somebody had commented, well, big deal, this isn't new. Anybody can, this has been around for a while, and it doesn't work if you're not wanting to put a border around your stickers. And fortunately for me, I have a perfectly calibrated Cricut. Okay, first of all, no one's got a perfectly calibrated Cricut. It's a Cricut. Second of all, what was the point of that? I mean, apart from ranting that you're maybe a little jealous or annoyed that I made a video that did successful and it showed up in your feed, and you're like, I could have done that. I'm not sure what the purpose of that was. I took the general approach of if it's a negative comment, don't respond. That being said, being a new YouTuber, it still took days to get out of my head. Also, you also have to deal with the fact that apparently not everybody knows how to operate a computer effectively, because I left my template, free of charge for people to use. If you wanted to, toss me a couple bucks, you did. I had one person who got mad because they said it wasn't free because Gumroad wouldn't let them put in $0. I'm not sure how that works because Gumroad's never done that to me. And out of the over 120 plus that downloaded, she's the only one that's complained of that. But I think the one that bothered me a little more was the one who downloaded it and downloaded it for free. So, didn't toss me any money or anything. And then sent me a help email saying, I can't open this. When I go to open this, it says it doesn't have the file format isn't supported. And I'm like, well, it's a Procreate file. Do you have Procreate? It's, meant for the iPad. She's like, no, I'm opening this on my phone. I assume I should be able to just tap the file and have it open and work. Yeah, no, it doesn't work that way. Which I said, I'm sorry, it's designed for Procreate. Apparently that wasn't a good enough answer, and they felt the compulsion to leave an anonymous 1-star review. Although with Gumroad, even if you mark it anonymous on the webpage, your email and who it is actually gets sent to the person getting the review, so I know it's the same person. Again, I'm like, you didn't spend any money on it. If it doesn't work for you because you don't have that software, I'm sorry, I can't fix that. At the same time, I didn't really think it negated the 1-star review. I mean, maybe 1% of people, leave a review on something, and when it's still a small number, then it's like, hey, 4 or 5-star reviews and a 1-star review. And it's like, well, thanks for docking everything, I guess. Again, I'm ranting, and she left the reason why in her why it doesn't work, saying, I expected this to open up and just work. I'm hoping anybody reading the review is going to go, yeah, that's user error. So, yeah, it is what it is. Another thing that bothers me about this video going viral is it's just one of many topics that I like to cover. And a topic that I actually don't even cover all that much. I, was just playing around, experimenting, wanting to add stickers to my repertoire and wanted to make things easier. So I picked up a bunch of subscribers for it, but I do worry then, how much of them are going to care at the fact that I don't make a ton of Cricut content. In truth, though, that is, the general conundrum with YouTube is that you'll get lots of subscribers to a channel and they'll subscribe and, maybe never even come back or care. So there's sort of these invisible viewers, if you will. They don't care a whole lot. They liked your content. They're tossing you a subscribe. And I shouldn't complain. My goal ultimately is to get to this point where, hey, I get, a little bit of monetization on the channel. But the question is whether or not it's going to mess up the algorithm, send people content that they'll eventually be like, what the heck is this? I don't want this in my feed, and unsubscribe, is a bit of a concern. Got to do the gluten-free ones first. That being said, I want to build up an audience that actually legit wants to see my content, that keeps coming back, hits the bell because they want to be notified if I bring in something new, likes what I'm seeing, is willing to, watch me grow a little bit, eventually perhaps be a patron or something down the line. I don't know. These are just kind of ideas going through my head. What also kind of sucks is I feel like the YouTube algorithm almost punishes you if your content doesn't do as well as a viral video. Now, granted, the whole purpose of YouTube is if you want to do well, you make good content. And that's really what I've been focusing on. I'm not just tossing out videos to toss videos out for the heck of it. My last video, I put a lot of thought into, okay, what do I want to make and build and construct to show you guys? How do I kind of want to do this? I, spent time recording all of that screenshots, then doing the voiceover, editing. That did not get cleaned. It was a lot of work on my side. And I think it turned out decently well. Is it a 100% walkthrough tutorial? No, it's not. But it's more of a, looking at my design process. But I don't think it's bad content. I feel like I worked pretty hard on it. Mac and cheese is ready to go. Let's go with the cheese. Want the cheese packet. Apparently they make the mac and cheese packet reasonably waterproof. So I spent that time working on the video and it kind of flopped. It's like an 8 of 10 on the algorithm statistics, and which is not all that great. That's another thing, honestly, that's kind of bothersome about the YouTube game and the YouTube algorithm is there's always this push that you always want to do better, and be a little hard on your mental health. If something isn't doing well, it's pretty obvious. They've got almost a gamification system going on the first page. To say nothing of the fact that if you don't respond to a comment, it kind of sits at the bottom of the screen in your YouTube statistics. So if you have a negative comment you choose not to respond to, it's going to sit down there and you're going to see it every day as you're scrolling through your stuff. Kind of a bummer, YouTube. So the question becomes, where do I go from here? Do I lean into this Cricut niche that, I play in it, but it's not something I do a lot, and try and, gain more views and, ride the algorithm that way? Or do I stay true to myself and, keep exploring, doing my experiments, my crafty maker experiments, showing off, 3D maker stuff and modeling, playing around with additional ideas, like adding in sort of live streams where we do Let's Learns or modeling and chill kind of thing. I definitely think there is more of a push to be authentic on the platform. I think the grab your attention, keep you going style editing, the Mr. Beast style, if you will, I think has had its time. And while it still works, I think a lot of people are also looking for, stuff that's a little more laid back, that's a little more personal, a little more authentic. For instance, I'm standing here in my kitchen cooking chicken nuggets and macaroni and cheese for my family before I run off to my night shift. And because the nuggets are done. And because I'm tired and, have tried to take this week, which is spring break, off to just chill and crash. And fortunately enough, my 6.5-year-old felt the same way, that I didn't make, a video that's, gone out typically. And there was that worry there. It's like, what if I miss a week? Will it make the algorithm hate me even more? Or maybe I take a week to recuperate and let things be. Chicken nuggets and mac and cheese. All right, I need to get these nuggets out and get the non-gluten-free ones in. By the way, air frying chicken nuggets, best solution ever. Round 2. I guess the blessing of being a small channel is that I still have room to play and figure myself out. It could be worse. I could, I suppose, have thousands of followers and be very focused on cricket material, and suddenly pivoting could cause, thousands of people to leave. At this point, I'm not really alienating anybody. Ultimately, I just want to be myself on this channel, and I just want to experiment, make cool content. I do want this eventually to be something that is small business that kind of balances along with, me being able to sell cool stuff that I made. Right now, I'm kind of a year into the small business world project of making stuff that I design, as well as doing a YouTube channel. And I'm still filling the hole at this point. That's hence why I, go work night shift. YouTube does not pay the bills at this point. It would be nice if YouTube would help pay the bills a little bit, but it doesn't just yet. And it may never completely pay the bills. And that's okay. I do this partly because it's fun, but it's definitely a lot more fun when, the abyss recognizes you and is, willing to talk and look back, and you're not just, shouting out there into the void. That being said, you should always be a little concerned when the void looks back at you and starts talking. It might be a sign you're a little crazy. These are not, I should dry them. Get in there, start melting, make my cheese sauce. So what is my plan for now? Well, I guess my plan for now is to just keep on doing what I'm doing. Make content as I feel, mostly focusing on, cool stuff that I do here in my studio space, and occasionally do vlogs like this. I'm still playing around with the style I like. I kind of like doing the part where I just sort of record B-roll footage from things that I'm working with and doing over, a voiceover. But I also want to be a little more confident talking to the camera, so this is a good way to practice as well, knowing that this is informal. Look at me. My hair is still wet from my shower. I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm shiny because I washed my face and put serum on. Which reminds me I need to put the moisturizer back on it. And I'm just cooking dinner, albeit mac and cheese and chicken nuggets. Dinner of middle-class Americans. That's my plan at this point. I could do more storytelling and talking like this and just crafting if that's something that seems appealing to you guys as well. I might even try that a little bit. And I'm hoping to, get more chances to just stream and chill with creating, following tutorials. I recently kind of stumbled onto Nomad Sculpt and, want to spend a little more time getting to know that software on my iPad. But I also really kind of want to figure out Blender because I was trying to mess around with creating a nifty little item, and I felt like maybe my solution would lie in Blender. And I just, for the life of me, could not figure out mainly texturing and displacement maps. But that's okay. I actually found a workaround using some lithophane software. Okay, maybe it would just be easier to show you guys. But first, let me finish my mac and cheese. There we go. Delicious, delicious mac and cheese. Yummy, yummy, yummy. See? Mac and cheese. I'll tell you, I was really excited when Kraft decided to make gluten-free mac and cheese. It's essentially you're just changing out the noodles. The cheese sauce has always been gluten-free. My biggest complaint is, why the heck does it have to be like $3.50 a box? You can get, in some places 4 or 5 regular mac and cheese for cost of that. I mean, you're screwing people who do this because they can't have wheat. Let me show you what I was talking about. So my poor little machine has been at work for 24 hours at this point. It's still going, but I really think it's going to be worth it because, what is it? Believe it or not, it's a MagSafe charger that I designed and put a really cool picture on the outside. So yeah, that's just one of the things that I want to work on and show you guys, and actually admittedly eventually sell. I might do some more simple designs or figure out how to optimize the printing a little bit more, because 44 hours in the printer is a lot of time. That being said, so far it was also completely worth it. So that's kind of my rant for today. I hope this wasn't too, far out in left field for posting, and who knows how many people this is going to attract. This might be a video that gets 30 views, or maybe I'll figure out a clickbaity title and, all bets are off, and it'll go viral too. Virality ultimately can be frustrating. YouTube statistics can be frustrating and a little hard on your mental health. But the kick is to just, I think, keep going and try not to pay too much attention to them. A lot easier for some of us than others. Also, chicken nuggets and mac and cheese is what's for dinner. Bye, guys.